welcome to this week's Foundation Friday. I am joined today by Ken Locke, CEO of Dext Capital, and Katie Riggs, in-house counsel at Dext Capital. Thank you for joining me, Ken and Katie.
Thank you
Thank,
for having us.
thank you.
Glad I didn't mess up your names, Ken and Katie. Interesting. We're here today to talk about the upcoming Hood to Coast run that the Dexters are going to be doing, in a few months, and just kind of wanted to get the lay of the land, kind of learn more, about that. I mean, the name is relatively entertaining. I'm guessing the Hood is Portland, and the coast is okay. Where's the finish line here? So maybe I'm wrong. Just some assumptions based on where you guys are located. So, I'm gonna real quick just have both of you just kind of introduce yourselves, and then we'll just kind of jump directly into what this run is going to be like. Katie, would you like the honors?
Sure. So of course, my name's Katie Riggs. I've been here at Dext Capital 14 months, a year and 2 months, so a little over a year. It's been a great adventure with Ken. Before that, I worked at Aspen Capital as in-house counsel. And so I have experience there, but came into Dex being sort of new to equipment finance and had a great year experiencing all that, learning everything about your industry and how you guys do things. Had a exciting time learning Dex culture, which is great. And that's what brought me to suggesting Hood to Coast to Ken. So I'm native to Portland, Oregon. Actually was born about 60 miles from here in a small town up in the mountains. So my family's all here. Went away for law school, but basically this is where I'm from. And I have 2 children and we live out in Portland too. So that's sort of my story.
Nice to meet you, Katie. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Locke.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know me. I'm Ken Locke. I'm the CEO for Dext Capital. I think a lot of folks know that myself and a few executives in the industry decided to start up an independent leasing company focused on healthcare back in 2018. Since then, we've grown the company substantially. Hopefully do a little bit over $800 million originations this year. We've expanded a little bit outside of healthcare and embarked on a journey to become substantial in the technology world as well. We've been fortunate enough to have a ton of great people join the company and continue to join the company. Katie being one of those locally here, coming in as an in-house counsel, and also doing a whole lot of stuff to keep the company having fun, and in some cases being able to give a little back to the community as well.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So, Katie, let's talk about the Hood to Coast run. Seems like it's self-explanatory, but you might just kind of go in a little bit further in detail on it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's okay. I've actually made this pitch at our company meeting. So I'm fully prepared to explain everything to him and make it sound so awesome. Everybody will want to come to Portland and watch us or donate. So Hood to Coast is a relay race that's out of Portland, Oregon, obviously. It is, I believe, one of the oldest ones, been around for about 30 years. And it is quote unquote the mother of all relays. So long history. People from Portland who are runners, it's almost always on your bucket list to do. It's just the experience and how you run and the fundraising aspect. It's just one of those premier events you want to experience. It's not necessarily, you know, run really fast. It's do something for a good cause and experience the community around Portland. So it is in just to explain what it is because most people probably never thought about a relay race. You start at the top of Mount Hood. It's a historic lodge, Timberline Lodge, that was built during the Depression era, famous for being in various horror movies as well. It's a pretty famous building if you look it up. So you start way up there at the top of Mount Hood where everyone skis and you have glaciers. You will run all the way down Mount Hood through the famous neighborhoods of Portland, along the rivers, then up over a little extra coast that we have on between Portland and the Pacific coast, and you end in Seaside, Oregon, which is also the end of the Lewis and Clark Trail. So overall, it is around 300 miles that we have to run. We have 12 people who do it in a relay race. So you get 6 of them in a van, go up to Timberline. One runner run does the first leg, runs 6 to 8 miles straight down Mount Hood. Then they relay to the next one, and that's runner 2, and then they do the next one. So it's a relay race, right? But
Okay,
we
so it's not
run.
like 10 increments of 30 miles a pop. You can break it up into. Got it.
Yeah, they break it up based on how hard the little stretch is. So they rank it too. So run, the first runner actually has the hardest segments to do. So if you're running straight uphill, let's say we're doing 5 miles. If you're running flat, maybe we can get you to 8. But the basic idea is that you run and relay and run and relay, but it's 24 hours a day. So half the time people are going to run at 3 a.m. You're going to run in the middle of the night. So you run your leg, you get to a resting spot. Hopefully you sleep a few hours. You get up, you run again. You'll have everyone has 3 legs to run until the entire team finishes on the coast. And so we start Saturday sometime early in the morning and sometime later in the Saturday evening. And so as you imagine, it is huge in Portland as you block off a bunch of the streets, everyone volunteers for it,
Or
and you get to run and view things that you usually wouldn't. So that's what it is. The other big aspect, obviously, is a fundraiser for cancer. And I think a lot of teams do that. And just the other thing I tell people is this is not a race you can just sign up for. It's actually a lottery. They fill out every year. You have to put your name in and you get chosen. And you are either lucky or not lucky to get your name drawn. So last fall, when it came around, I approached Ken and said, "Hey, Ken, I would really like to do the Hood to Coast Relay Race. Would Dex sponsor us if we did it?" And I don't think Ken knew what I was asking, but he said yes. So I put our name in, and I didn't think we were ever going to get chosen. I've done this for multiple companies. You never get chosen. Let me tell you, everyone who does, they try, they get in the lottery, never happens, never happens. And for some reason, Ken's luck rubbed off on us, and they picked Dex's name. So then we were off to the races. Now we got to get 12 people willing to run 24 hours. For a total of almost 30 miles a person in August.
well,
For
I
the
mean,
record,
it sounds you only need like 10 because you got 2 of you on this call. So, right.
Uh,
well, that's a sore point, Jesse. Just so that you know. I'll clarify. For the record, there is 2 options, just so you know. There's a running and there's a walking / hiking option as well. Of course, Katie chooses the running because
we're not walkers.
she is hyper competitive. And then as it relates to sort of the participants, apparently there's one participant on this call and one potential participant on this call. And if apparently I can turn what is it, a 11-minute mile? Um,
Uh, Generous.
more?
Okay. 10
Well,
minute
10
is our
minutes?
goal.
10
10
minute
minutes is our
mile.
goal.
So I've just got 8 minutes to shave off of my 18-minute walking time. But I sort of normal path, Jesse, to get on the team would be I would train and I would work hard to try to get to 10-minute mile, but I
Sure.
am taking a different strategy. Now I don't look so attractive with my 18-minute mile, but come August, when the 12 people got, hamstring pulls and sprained ankles, life gets in the way, my 18-minute mile is gonna look mighty fine to this
They
team.
have those shoes with the wheels in them. Ian, you're fine. Just get those.
Exactly. I probably could like do like little blinking ones too, right? I could press it and it lights up. It'd be good for like when
Interesting.
we're running in the dark, right? So
Yeah,
So,
gotta
Katie,
be safe.
how many like teams are there? Did you mention that?
Oh, I don't know how many teams are on Hood to Coast. Total. I'd have to follow up with you to figure that out. I know it's a
No, I
lot.
was just wondering, like, and I
Yeah.
it's hundreds.
apologize for the technical malfunction on my logo disappearing, but whatever. Distracted me for a little bit, but anyhow. I was just kind of wondering, is it like, 30 teams going for 100 spots or
Oh, it's
like,
hundreds,
Well,
right? It's
it is a lot. I
and
just don't know
here
how many total teams there are. I know they come from 40 countries. in
Oh,
all
wow.
50 states.
Yeah, it's a hyper competitive like Nike. We have all the
Oh, yeah,
athletic
Nike used to
companies
get
here,
into
like
this really
Nike,
hard.
Adidas. Yeah, they fly in like world-class athletes to run this thing.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So Ken deserves to be there. Like, come on. Like,
I would agree with you, Jesse. I would fit in perfectly, and it would give them a sense of confidence that would quickly be squashed as I'm
so,
making my way
so,
down the hill.
so Katie, what's the budget that we can play around with here for Ken getting like running attire, training materials? Sounds like we need sneakers, a lot of good things that Mr. Locke has to cop up here for us to have the best team as we can put forward.
I always like to say the best team is just a motivated team. You don't need a lot of gear to run.
I know, but
Good
at least you can
shoes.
at least you can choose to look good though.
Yes.
I Jesse, I do a good job looking the part of a runner.
Oh, yeah.
But usually you don't get to see that because I'm behind everyone. So
Jesse,
it's
you have a
already
great
weird.
idea. Ken is now the mascot for the team. To dress up in the gear, and we'll take some pretty running pictures of him.
I, I am on the audit of the team, so I'm
Yes.
I'm carefully watching the team as they're progressing through all their training, which will be on the website, a LinkedIn website, in terms of what everyone's doing to try to get ready. And I'm
Perfect.
ready to jump in when there's sign of any type of falling off or injury. Then I'm going to slip in there with my 18-minute mile and
Yeah.
drag everyone down. Because the way I look at it, Jesse, is there are 12 runners. If the goal is 10-minute mile, if I run 18, that just means that everyone else has to run 9-minute miles. And then we'd get there.
We're totally fine.
Or if they run 8, then you could just walk 20 and you're golden.
That's right.
Think I would, it's like the other, just talking about training, the other real goal I had doing Hood to Coast, just personal, and I think everybody was to have a group activity that was fun to get people active and running, right? I love running, but I get really bored running by myself. So besides everything else, I think it's just important to, I work with these people 8 hours a day. I'd like everyone to get up and be active and be physical. It makes everyone mentally healthier. So, even though we have a team of 12, I throw out our monthly challenges to everybody just to be like, you know what, even if you're not part of the group, we're going to do a shamrock run, we're going to have to run a 10K. Winner of that challenge is whoever has the best costume. Finish the 10K, show up and dress awesome. And so that's just part of, like, the training aspect is just more of be a team, be a Dexter. And I think that can extend to anybody. If somebody wants to shadow train along and be like, oh, that'd be fun to try that challenge. Because sometimes all it takes is a goal to get somebody to get up and, like, what, I ran 10 years ago. Let's do it now. Why not? And so that was part of
Or,
what I wanted to do here personally. And just, I think everyone has this where, I want to get out. I want to exercise. It's good for everything. Let's do it as a team and keep each other sort of on track and have some fun challenges where it's not just you slogging it out on a gym and a treadmill.
You gave the
perfect.
team a name, right? Didn't you?
Oh yeah, sorry. It's Dex level. We have an official name.
And I think, well, the team is
Great name.
having a
It's
great time. They're enjoying
yeah.
themselves, and I seems like everyone's working pretty hard outside of myself, training, and seems to be shaving minutes off of their miles. So
Yep.
that's pretty cool to see. I think there's been a couple of times that I've noticed the elevator being purposely turned off, so people have had
Oh yeah.
walk up the stairs, which has created a little bit more training for everyone as well. So yeah, so everyone's having a good time, and actually, it's just a great opportunity for folks to get together and train together, run together. I think we'll probably do a whole little event around it so that the folks get to celebrate the company achieving something.
And the overall goal of this is it a cancer run? Is that
Yeah. The
because I
fundraiser
know
is for cancer. Yeah.
because I know
Yeah,
Dext is very intentional in their fundraising and support for a variety of charities.
we are
So
Jesse. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few places that we do regularly support. Candlelighters is a charity that we find a lot of connection with, both from a employee team member level and also some their mission of helping children resonates with us. We do a lot of work with the Ronald McDonald House, which is helps folks who are in families in need of lodging while they're typically children or family members are going through some type of treatment. And Hood to Coast, we partnered with Providence Medical, which supports a charity called Finish Cancer. So they're using money. They raised, I think, $7.5 million since in the last 10, 15 years in order
Just writing that down. You say
cancer
Providence,
research.
Providence Providence Hospital
Providence Medical.
Medical. Okay, sorry, I'm just taking notes.
Yeah, and the initiative is called Finish Cancer, and so it goes to find the cure for cancer. So we are donating to that ourselves as team members personally, but the company is also matching up to $5,000. The first $5,000 of any type of donations that go toward that cause as well.
Perfect. And I guess next question I have is, what can we, as we turn to our equipment finance community, like what level of support we look to have them contribute here?
One, check out our LinkedIn page. We've got the updates on the training. You might even see a cameo of me here and there, cheering on our team as they train hard. Yeah, I'd say if they look into the cause and want to donate, we'd love for them to contribute as well, and so that we can together hopefully find a cure for cancer.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Ken. And Katie, any kind of final words from you on the run and your kind of call to action for the industry?
I think Ken explained it well. Any donations help. I think most people have been somewhat touched by cancer at some point in their life, so it's a cause. It doesn't take you very far to get from you personally to have some story. So there's advances every day, and most people I know who know somebody who died of cancer, had in 5 years we have better research that could have cured it. So I think it's important to put money and resources towards that sort of cause. And because it affects everyone and it's a huge problem, but all it takes is dedication and time, and we can solve it. And that's also what it takes to finish Hood to Coast: dedication and time.
Well said. Are you guys looking at bringing in any potential ringers from the industry, or is this going to stay?
Are you volunteering, Jesse? Is this a little
You
pitch
do
for
not want to,
yourself?
I mean, if you do not want to see this running 30 miles, I'd run uphill for as far as I can until I fell on the ground.
I would just say, Jesse, if anyone looks at Dex's website and they see a job opening, and you put in that you're a runner, we might
Okay,
bring
no,
you
I
to
mean,
the top of the list. I'm
I
just
know some
saying.
people that are just they just love to run.
Yeah,
It's
it's like maybe you don't think you're quite qualified for that job, but you ran a marathon in last year. We might just bring you in.
No, I mean, I can
Probationary
run
status for the next 6 months.
Little
I can run a
consultant
10-minute
work might
mile.
be okay.
Yep.
I can run a 10-minute mile and a 5K in under 30 minutes. But as far as like 30 miles, no, thank you. No, thank you. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate both of your time today. Ken, as always, great seeing you. Katie, nice to meet you. Keep up the great work that Dext always does as far as giving back to the community. And look forward to seeing how this progresses. What is the date for the run?
August 22nd.
Oh, fantastic. Birthday's a couple days later, so it's great. Great time of year.
You can fly out here and celebrate. Cheer us on. We do need volunteers we need 3 to help with traffic control. So.
You know what? If there was a golf cart that I could maybe ride with Mr. Locke there and just with an air blowhorn and just yell at people, I think maybe I could sign up for that.
Encouraging words. Encouraging sirens.
2 lawn chairs at the very end with blowhorns and some nice, drinks, cocktails, watching the rest of us die as we run across the finish line.
I
like,
just
"Good
sit there with
job."
a beer and be like, sorry, I can't really do anything.
Sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Jesse,
Well,
thank you
excellent.
for all you do for EF Cares as well. And we're glad to be a part of this. And yeah, I think this is going to be a fantastic event for the company and for the team. And Katie's been awesome sort of leading this event for us. And I think with her leadership, we're going to be right at the top there. Move over Nike, move over Adidas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take your ringers,
Cool.
put them aside. We've got a bunch of Dexters
We
coming for you
we
as
got
well.
Dexters. We're coming for you.
It's fantastic. I hope there's a leaderboard or like active where things are at so we can post in real time. It'd be
Yes,
fantastic.
your little tracker.
Well, appreciate both of your time and look forward to again, I'll be seeing you probably this weekend. And
Perfect.
good luck, Katie.
All right.
Sounds fun, but it's gonna be challenging, but I'm sure you're up to it. So
Thank you,
have a
Jesse.
good day. Take care. Thank
All right.
you.